Girl, I like my cousin's friend, but he's a bit younger than me. I'm kind of not feeling a friend right now. Will I get expelled? Oh my god. Hi guys, welcome to a new YouTube video. I'm doing something completely different today. Today, as you can see, I have Mrs. Squishy with me here for emotional support because article video, I don't know, might do some emotional damage. A few weeks ago, I asked people to send me their confessions on Instagram. And do I have some confessions for you today? I have my laptop here with me. I screenshotted all of the real confessions because a lot of people were just sending random spam messages on there too. And whoever you are, please stop that. And if you think you're gonna get a moment in this video, you're not. This is simply for confessions. What is that? Alright, I do appreciate you clicking the link, following the link, sending the confession, sending the message, but at the same time it's confessions only, guys. मैले link muni राखेको हुन्छु NGL को if anyone wants to confess more. So let's get started. My first confession. I'm kinda not feeling a friend right now. She's just been shady. But we are in a friend group together and I don't want to F up the group dynamics. What should I do? Not a confession, just need your advice because you're wise. First of all, thank you so much for claiming that I'm wise, alright? Wait a minute, guys, but at the same time, I do understand you. I have been in that position actually not too long ago, maybe 2 years ago. I was in a similar situation where I was going through the same kind of thing, like it wasn't like I wasn't feeling her, it was just more so of like she wasn't feeling me. And I was always like going after her, के भयो मैले के गर्यो भनेर जहिले सोधिरहेको हुन्थे उलाई, and she would always shut me down. She would let me know sometimes, and then like जहिले like ठासठुस परिरहेको हुन्थ्यो के, not like full on झगडा or nothing like that, but at the same time it was so much like pent up energy किनकि हामी एकअर्कासँग राम्ररी कम्युनिकेट गरेको थिएन नि त. What I am gonna say is, if you do want to save your friendship, like the main thing would be communicating. And honestly, if you're the only one that's trying, you can try once, twice, but if they don't reciprocate the same energy back to you, it's just not worth like going through that headache. Does that make sense? Because I was in that same position where I was being blamed for not being a good friend, for not being there for her and stuff like that, but I was always there for her. As far as I remember, I was always driving her around, always calling her to hang out, and she would just make these claims like "Mo ramro sati bhairako chaina" and all of that, and I would just be after her. के भयो मैले के गरेँ, like what's going on now भनेर म जहिले पनि त्यस्तो कुरामा चिन्ता गरेर बस्थ्यो and I would always go after her. अनि मैले like same thing with the friend group के हामी भर्खर नयाँ friend group सँग hang out गर्न थालेको थियो, and maybe that was the problem किनकि त्यो भन्दा अगाडि चाहिँ हामी दुईजना मात्रै धेरै hang out गर्थ्यौँ, and then all of a sudden we found a group that we started hanging out with, and then after we started hanging out in that group, she just आफै distant हुन थाल्यो, and then when I started asking her के भयो and stuff like that, she would just shut it down, के भएको छैन भन्ने जस्तो, and like, but you could clearly feel the energy हुन्छ नि, energy मा of course there's something different भनेर त्यो naturally feel हुन्छ, and I do feel you, alright, I do feel you. But like I said, do what you need to do. एकचोटि try गर्नुस्, दुईचोटि try गर्नुस्, communicate गर्नु what's going on. If it's like you that doesn't like the friend, then maybe you just need to step back and let them be them हुन्छ नि. Focus on yourself if that's the case. But if it's the other way around, if you do want to keep the friendship going, then try, but don't try too hard. Try, but don't try too hard, alright? Don't try too hard, and yeah, time will reveal everything. समयसँग सबै चिजहरू देखिन्छ छर्लङ्गै, समयसँग सबै चिज change हुन्छ, समयसँग सबै चिज, even like the friend group thing, you don't even know if that friend group is gonna last another year, 2 years, 3 years हुन्छ नि. It's all like part of growing up, part of being a teenager, part of being like in your early 20s is like filtering through those people, and हुन्छ नि पछि बिस्तारै आफूलाई आफ्नो वरिपरि हुनुपर्ने मान्छेहरू naturally वरिपरि नै हुन्छ क्या. Does that make sense? Like you don't need, like I understand you don't want to mess up the dynamics or anything, but there's nothing wrong with communicating हैन त. अलिकति like आफ्नो opinion त भन्न पाए नि त हैन त. that's my advice for you. Thank you so much for sending in this message. It's not really a confession, and I just screenshotted it and put it here because it was long, and I was like, okay, this is a juicy confession. It is a confession to some degree, so thank you. Next. What is this? Someone really said, I like my cousin's friend, but he's a bit younger than me. We used to go morning walks together and make eye contact with. Girl, what type of spicy situation are you in? Talking about, I like my cousin's friend, but he's younger. We used to go on walks and we used to make eye contact. But if you feel the energy, you feel the energy. I don't know how old you are. Don't take my advice if you're like younger than 21. All right? But, you know, age is just a number. If you're younger than 21, please don't take my advice again. I know, age is just a number. If you felt a spark, then you felt a spark. And if he was giving eyes, he was giving eyes. And if you were giving eyes, you were giving eyes. And you guys were both giving eyes at that point. So, I do understand those feelings. I know. But I don't know what to say to that. Guys, anyways, it's starting to get a little bit juicy. Okay, I'm excited. Next. Someone said, I once went on 2 dates in 1 day. Period. As you should. As you should. All right. Next. One time I was dating a guy who was really embarrassing, but I felt bad to break up just like that. So I made my friend to act like she liked him so that I could tell him that my friend likes him and all of that stuff and break up. What? Why did you have to go through all of that to break up with somebody? And what about the friend? What happened to the friend? We need updates. What? And then I do understand though, I feel like every confession I'm saying I understand. It's because I truly do understand. We all go through the same type of emotions at the end of the day. हामी सबैजना बाहिर फरक भए पनि हैन, हाम्रो सिचुएसन परिवार सबै फरक भए पनि बस्ने तरिका सबै फरक भए पनि हामीलाई बेस लेभलमा फिल हुने इमोसन्सहरु हामी सबैजनाले फिल गरिसकेको हुन्छ. So I do understand that how you were feeling with not being able to tell him that you didn't want to be with him. Honestly, that just comes out of feeling bad for a person, like you said, and sometimes it's better to just tell it straight to their face. This is just me giving advice, but you know, your confession is juicy and thank you so much for sending it in. But sometimes it just be like that, and I do understand. But sometimes it's better to just say it straight to their face. Even if you do feel bad about it, at least you had enough respect to tell them straight to their face. But it is what it is. It be like that, especially young, like it be like that. And nobody's holding anything against you. Not me. I understand completely. All right, next. My situationship of about 3 years now. Nearly he ghosted me first, then he made me his girlfriend for a week. Then again, it's an off and on weird thing, and he hurts me, but I still feel like he likes me. Why is that? I know he doesn't. What I do want to say is I too have been in a really toxic relationship in my past. This thing on and off. Ek hafta breakup garne, ek hafta together, ek hafta, like it was really bad like that. And once you grow that attachment with somebody, I know it's hard to let go, but if it's a situation like this, baby girl, you just gotta let go. All right, because I've been there too. I've had a toxic relationship. I've done the off and on thing for many years, and at the end of the day, at the end of the line, I was done. Like when I was at my end, I was done. I was like, why did I waste my time so much? All right, but you might be feeling like this. On and off भयो, like push pull हुन्छ नि त. Maybe he comes to you when he's feeling alone. Maybe you go to him because you're feeling alone. And त्यही हो के मान्छे हुनु भनेको नै, we operate out of how we're feeling in our base emotion. And if that feeling is feelings of loneliness, feelings of all of those different things, then of course you're gonna do the whole push and pull thing. I know म मेरो सिचुएसनमा हुँदाखेरि I was definitely going through a lot. मेरो हुन्छ नि वरिपरि परिवार के भइरहेको थियो बाहिर संसारमा. And then when I went to him, it would be like हुन्छ नि अलिकति escape गरेको जस्तो हुन्थ्यो आफ्नै दुनियाँबाट. And sometimes we use these type of relationships to escape our reality. And yeah, you know, like you just need to, it takes time. It takes time to let go of that person. It's hard because you're attached to that person. You're so used to that person. But trust me, it's for your better good if you just let that situation go overall. All right, does that make sense? Next, girl, okay, this one's already starting out spicy, guys. Girl, when I was 18, I confessed to one of my close friends, saying that I liked him, thinking he liked me as well. But little did I know I had worst oops I effed up moment ever. P.S. Before I confessed to that guy, we used to cuddle and do the deed, which is why I thought he liked me. But good riddance. What? What? I was fine. I was fine. You had me till you said. I mean, he had me till he said. Oh, he had me till you said. He had me till you said you guys used to do things before. Alright, because I was like, okay, it's valid if he didn't like you, Sunny, and he told you he didn't like you. Then that's fine, but the fact that you included that timaru before you confessed, you guys used to cuddle and do the deed. And I don't even know what doing the deed means for you, but you did that. And if you're saying that you guys used to do all of those things before and he made you believe that he liked you too, then that's just boo on his part. All right, boo on his part. And baby girl, at least you got to skip him, all right, before you guys even got into a relationship and anything like that, and he just played with you. It's better that he let you know that he didn't want to do anything with you after, be with you after, than to have been like ule na oh naramro feel garero timiसँग हुन्छ नि together भएर 1 वर्ष चल्यो रे, and whole time he's clocked out, he's talking to other women. त्यस्तो गर्नु, त्यस्तो trauma through जानु भन्दा त यसरी नै full stop भएको नै ठिक हो जस्तो लाग्छ तिमीहरूको कथामा, हैन? But juicy. All right, okay. I see my Nepali bhai bainis, you guys are busy. Next, Momo Lai shout out. Yes, I screenshotted Momo Lai shout out because shout out to Momo, shout out to my lovely Momo, always on my live supporting me. I love you, Momo. Thank you. Next, hello Didi. Hi, I'm here to FAWKING. I am here to FAWKING confess now, cause Koi ID case. So alright, this happened last year. By the way, the day started off normal. I went to the movies with 5 of my friends. After that, went to this concert in my college. Then after that, me and my other friends were like, oh, it would be a good idea to drink. Alright, get to the story, get to the point. Part 2. Here, so we drank. Don't ask where we got the drinks, but we got so drunk, right? My friend started getting a little violent, but was still kind. I just straight up passed out, Didi, and my other friends had to take me out of the college, and college bada niskine bela thakka blackout bhaye and cool. Next, part 3. So college ko cheutira unconscious bhayeपछि IDK WTF happened, but I vomited, then I couldn't get up. Even the police got involved. Oh, and the college ko people were so mad. Heart eyes. Period. We love a queen who's humorous. Guess what happened next? Will I get expelled? I don't know, girl, but मैले हिजो NGL open गर्ने बेला I saw your update, and okay, part 3 day. Next, will I get expelled? Pachi. Part 4. Here, so police were apparently trying to get my info and stuff, but they got none. Even they was confused. Malai arrest गर्ने कि नाइ भनेर. Belka at the end, my dad came to pick me and my friend up. The next day, dad called up the college and was like, can I send my kid? Yo? The college was like, nah, let her be fresh for 1-2 days, then I'll call you. Now I don't know what dad thought, but the next thing you know, we're at our college having a conversation with the admin. Well, he did the admin just straight up and said, you can stay outside my office now. I did hear them laugh a little. I did hear them laugh, so I heard them laugh, and so me thought, oh, everything is gonna go all right, but nuh-uh. Then dad tells me to come inside. We talked, the admin is like, the management has not taken a decision yet. Heart eyes. Next, Didi, I forgot to give an update about the expel thing. I don't even know if you opened the confessions, but yeah, I basically got kicked out. Also, things in uni Arule report. Also, the thing is uni Arule report to the management team of the school. KK JPT lekheko rahecha. Hold on, arko part I'll send it. Damn, this is a long story. What's going on? Are you okay? First of all, let me pause there before I go even further because there's more. What was the big issue? You got drunk at school, you blacked out, and school ko you were throwing up and stuff. I do understand what you're going through. You got expelled and all of that stuff. You do know that you took the action to drink. I know, like tickets are you drank and all that stuff. It's fine. Mo pani pala young when you know, when I was in high school and stuff. I used to drink. I used to do all of it. I used to like to party. I used to go out and all of those things. And I know what it's like for someone to be in that age where you want to explore and do all of these different things. But at the same time, you really need to be careful, especially if you're getting drinks from random people, from other people, and especially if it's your first time, don't be overdoing it, all right? Don't be overdoing it. No wonder you were blacking out and throwing up outside of the college go gate. And honestly, college go situation, like, I get it. They're trying to maintain their image, and they kicked you out because of that. But at the same time, it's just it's just gonna be part of your story at the end of the day. It's not gonna you might be going through a hard time right now. Your dad might be mad at you, your parents might be mad at you, people might be mad at you because you made decisions. But just remember that everything will pass, and one day you'll be all grown up. You'll be looking back at this story and you'll be like, haha, yeah, that happened too. It's just all going to be part of your story at the end of the day. But just know that these were just consequences of your action. Tickets, you want to drink, you want to have fun, but you got to be careful, all right? And this is not me, like, being yelling at you, none of that. This is just me simply giving advice to you and anyone that might be listening that's going through the same things of, like, drinking when you're young, partying, and then having to face the consequences after. It's trust me, like, I've had my own moments throughout my young adult life. I've had so many accidents, so many things that have happened, and I've been like, oh my god, like, literally, guys, I got caught stealing kattu from Victoria's Secret, and I had to go to court. All right, so I have been through that, and I hid that. I had to go to court. मैले कट्टु चोरी भनेर मैले कट्टु चोरेको थियो, and then मलाई catch गरेको थियो नि त, and I was so scared to confess to my parents, confess to my family members. I literally took my sister to court with me, telling them that that was my mom. I was so scared, but my sister was 21 and above, so she could have represented me legally. It's fine, like a guardian. तर पनि I hid it for so long. 6 महिनापछि एक्सपोज भएको थियो कि म पुलिसकोमा गएको थियो, and like all कोर्टहरू के भएको थियो किनकि मैले कट्टु चोरेको थिएँ. एन्ड त्यस्तै हुन्छ कि यङ हुने बेला हुन्छ नि, साथीको सङ्गतमा हिँड्दाखेरि साथीहरूसँग ओ यहाँ जान्छु त्यहाँ जान्छु, ओ यसले पनि गराएको छ म पनि गर्छु, यसले पनि यो गराएको छ त्यो पनि गर्छु भनेर सोचिरहेको बेला हुन्छ त यस्तो कुराहरू हुन्छ क्या when you're young, like हुन्छ नि, स्पेशली किनकि तपाईँ भर्खर मात्रै संसारलाई नेभिगेट गर्न आफ्नै तरिकामा सिकिरहेको हुन्छ नि त, किनकि त्योभन्दा अगाडि त मम्मी ड्याडीको नुनु नाना बेबी हुन्छ नि त. अनि आफ्टर यु पास लाइक द्याट 13, 14, 15 threshold, you're kind of learning to adapt to the world in your own eyes हुन्छ नि. अनि त्यस्तो हुने बेला राइट र रङ धेरै टाइम्समा कन्फ्युज त के भन्नु थाहा हुन्छ, तर नि we choose the wrong things sometimes, and that's just part of life. Part of life is just making mistakes and learning from it. So hopefully, even if you did get expelled, I hope that you learned your mistake. And mistake पनि हैन के, I hope you learned that हुन्छ नि, I hope you learned to not trust everything that's given to you. किनकि your situation, you got drinks and you got drunk, blacked out. Like I don't know how much you drank, but clearly you just gotta be careful. All right, that's it. All you need to do is be careful. I'm not bashing you. I too have been through the same situations. Many people go through these type of situations. You're definitely not alone. All right, let's continue. All right, so they basically said I was characterless and that I got a boyfriend, which I didn't, by the way, at that time, and that I go out with guys or matra, and they've seen me gals. So what I go out with guys, it's outside school activities. Yeah, so they basically didn't want me, especially the admin guy. That's crazy. Okay, I was मैले तपाईलाई सबै चीज भनिसक्यो हैन. At the same time, like the school calling you characterless and all of these different things, I get that they're trying to maintain their image, but I think that was a bit of a stretch for calling you characterless. Kineki, that's something हुन्छ नि. I feel like, yeah, exactly moments like these is when people को traumas start हुन्छ नि. Traumas पनि त्यस्तो खालको deep trauma को कुरा गरेको हैन मैले. I'm talking about the fact that अब जब मान्छेहरूले तपाईलाई like शब्दबाट attack गर्छ नि, when people attack you with their words, it stays with you, it hits deep. हुन्छ नि, especially for someone to call you characterless, and हुन्छ नि, they could have just professionally said, okay, you're expelled, tata bye bye, त्यति मात्रै भने हुन्थ्यो, but they went so far to say characterless and all of those things. I think that's wrong on their part, and especially as human beings, like as a Nepali, भनौँ न, as a Nepali, I've seen this in many families, in my own family, like हुन्छ नि, people are so quick to use words to attack someone without knowing the impact of the word. हुन्छ नि, किनकि those words stick with you, and because someone made that comment about you about being characterless, now you might be feeling like, oh, am I really characterless? Am I really that bad of a person? Am I that हाम्रो सोचहरू त्यसरी स्पाइरल हुन्छ नि त, लाइक कसैले तपाईँले आएर त पागल यसरी, लाइक हुन्छ नि, say your mom that comes to you, yells at you, says त काम छैन, त बिग्रेको, त पछि गएर केही हुँदैन, यस्तो यस्तो भयो, यस्तो यस्तो कुराहरूमा we need to be careful with how we talk with people. Does that make sense? Like हुन्छ नि, and this person calling you characterless, definitely don't pay mind to that. किनकि at the end of the day, you decide for yourself who you are, what you are, and one moment does not define you, all right? One mistake does not define you. One wrong path doesn't define you, because at the end of the day, you know who you are. And these people that are projecting, basically, they're projecting, all right? Calling you characterless. Who knows, the person who called you characterless, he himself might be characterless, and that's how he sees the world, all right? Even though, like, they could have just said your actions did not align with the school's values and morals. They went so far to say that. It's just not professional. As a school, especially if you're trying to maintain your image so hard, do better with your words, all right? Admins, if you're listening, do better with your words. We all need to learn how to communicate with each other with love before any type of power. You guys know that, right? I've been saying it affects us long term when we hear these things from other people. Like especially family भित्र यस्तो कुराहरू त बिग्रेको, त कहिले पनि सुध्रिँदैन, त पछि गएर होमलेस हुन्छ, त कामै लाग्दैन, त like हुन्छ नि, यस्तो कमेन्टहरू हुन्छ त. It's not necessary. All it does is it affects the person that it's being said to long term पनि. किनकि के हैन बालो भनेर जे भने नि भन्नुहोस् भनेर भने पनि हाम्रो त्यो दिमागको डिप कुनामा बस्छ के यस्तो कुराहरू. So we got to be careful, all right? And baby girl, I'm praying for you. I hope that out of this situation, nothing but good comes out. And I hope with time, everything solves itself. With time, everything heals itself. And with time, you'll see that this was just a phase of your life, a chapter of your life, and it's on to the next, all right? It's on to the next. Someone asked, are you in the U.S.? No, I'm not in the U.S. right now. I'm in Nepal, and I'll be back in the U.S. soon, all right? Get ready for me, U.S. Next. Guys, that's it. That's really it. You guys, I had so much fun reading all of these confessions and also some questions in there. I don't know how that got in there, but I am going to make another video with more confessions. So I'm going to put the link down below for my NGL. You can drop your confessions there to be featured in the next YouTube video. But I do have a Q&A too that I need to cover, and I'm going to do that soon. But for now, thank you so much for listening to me yap about all of these confessions. And to all of the people that's always loving and supporting me, I love you too. I feel the love. I feel the support. And it's all because of you guys that I'm doing all of this. And of course, I'm doing it for myself too. But at the same time, Antonia, I have an audience now. And I just want to say thank you. I love you. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. All of those great, lovely, lovely, lovely things. I love you. And again, link is down in the below. Link is down in the below. Link is down below in the description area for you guys to drop more confessions. And to everyone who confessed today, take care of yourselves. Know that everything shall pass. Any type of situation you might be in, just know that we're all human beings. It's fine. It's normal. You're valid. Unless you're, of course, that's not valid. I know, but at the same time, like, valid feel गर्ने feelingsहरु सबै valid नै हो. Take care of yourselves. Thank you so much for listening to me. I hope you enjoyed it, and make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.